Hallelujah. So I need you to understand this. You see, there are a lot of confusions. A lot of things that we simply imported from our background and made it a part of Christianity. We actually imported it. It's not part of Christianity, but we imported it. You see, that's actually the reason why in Africa we talk a lot about demons. Because it's our tradition. Our African tradition has a lot to do with, fetish stuff. So when we came into Christianity, we imported the same thing. We imported the same thing. We brought it in. And it looks as if that is how it is supposed to be. That really does not mean that is Christianity. Africa, we had a lot of poverty and lack that was imposed to us by the Western world for the purpose of dominion. They intentionally decided to keep Africa poor and used our resources to empower themselves. Okay? And so that we will remain under them. And so that we will continue to collect aids and collect loan from them with our own money. My money is with you. You use it and give me loan. And by so doing, we remain their slaves. So by this poverty, we ended up shipping our Christianity in that same light. So you see, our Christianity today is actually a Christianity of solution. But seeking solution is actually not what Christianity is all about. Christianity is about the love of Christ. Are we together? It's about the love of Christ. It's about God showing you the way to live your life. But today, we hear church. The moment we hear pastor, what comes to our mind is deliverance, prayer, heal me, show me the way. Because our minds are beclouded by our traditions. I'm driving at something. So we must understand that Christianity is a unique life. Now, life is meant for us to prosper. But there is no prosperity in life without a process. There is no progress in life without a process. Are we together? When this process is taking place, we end up seeing it as a demonic attack. Are we together? Yes. But you see, I really pray and I wish that you can understand these things we are going to be sharing this morning. Because if you can understand it, your life will take a new shape. And I'm going to be frank with you. Are you ready for it? Are you very ready for it? Do you know that there is nothing like problem? There is nothing like problem. What you call problems is actually challenges. And challenges are a process that brings about success. Question. For Anthony Joshua, the heavyweight world boxer, right? To maintain the championship. Let's say another person from Cameroon had taken over. If he wants to become the next heavyweight champion, what is he going to do? He will challenge the heavyweights. Okay, let me bring it back home. Who is the defending champion for World Cup right now? Who took the last World Cup now? Argentina, right? Is it? Tell these football people. Argentina. Now, Argentina took the last World Cup. Let me ask you. If Nigeria must become the next champion, what are we going to do? You must be able to face a challenge the champion. Anthony Joshua will have to challenge whoever is holding the title right now. Now, when he challenges him and he wins, he becomes the champion. So there is no way you can become the next champion without challenges. If you must become a champion, challenges is the way out. Come on. Do you get that? But you know the problem. A lot of us run away from the challenges. We run away from the challenges. Imagine something happen now and you are owing 1 million and leave town. Some of you will not sleep again for 1 week because you are owing 1 million. Now, the news I have for you is you are not supposed to do all that. You are supposed to see it as your process, the challenge you are facing for the next level of your life. So, we now see Christianity as a shortcut to avoiding challenges and avoiding the process that takes us there. That is what we have turned Christianity into. Not every challenge you face, not everything that goes wrong in your life is an attack from the devil. Majority are simply a process you must pass through if you must be promoted. I'm still thinking, but I cannot think of any major, mega businessman, billionaire. Huh? Maybe you know that got to that level without a time that they lost money and they were owing people. You think, have you thought of anyone? Even me. There was a time I was owing almost the whole world put together. Yes. And then they will look and say, "God, this boy is useless." So, hey, you see, we talk him. And then you see a businessman encountering some kind of losses. And he say, "Chai, hey, yeah. Hey, this one don't finish." So you thought. If the man simply understands that this is a process, he will not panic. Even while the whole world are insulting, the whole world are talking, he will stay in the process, pass through the process, and jump out stronger. If you run away from problems, you can never make progress. Somebody hearing that? Hear me, my friend. No shortcuts to life. There are no shortcuts. Nobody should deceive you. There is no prophet that can reduce your journey. Most of the run arounds you are running around, trying to solve problems from one prayer house to another. You are only trying to run away from your examination. But guess what? Nobody will promote you until you write exam. How many of you have ever graduated without writing exam? If you bring a certificate without examination, they will arrest you. So most of the runarounds is trying to escape. But guess what? Life gives carryover. The challenge you run away from today, it will wait for you. Okay? Until you pass through it. You are not scaling. You are not scaling. I can teach you on business today because I have passed through business challenges. I can start a new business today and do well because I have started many businesses that failed. Now, when the businesses were failing, people laugh at me. But I knew I was going through a process. Are you getting me? You are just angry with yourself that somebody broke your heart. Okay, if nobody broke your heart, how can you understand how heartbreak feels? Are we together? There are no shortcuts. There's someone, no shortcuts. No shortcuts. A great man is a sum total of all the great challenges he has faced. That's what makes a great man. A great man is a sum total of all the great challenges. Please, when do you call someone a good medical doctor? He has to be a medical doctor that has solved many sicknesses. Is that a challenge? Yes. But he was able to face it. Why do we celebrate Ben Carson today? We celebrate Ben Carson because there were many people, many doctors that when they bring twins, that their brains are joined together, co-joined twins, they'll say, no, this cannot be done. What are they doing? They are running away from the challenge. But Ben Carson said, bring them. I want to do surgery on them. He faced it. No, do you know the insult? He says, yeah, he wants to show himself. He chose to go through the pain. And then we celebrate him as the first medical doctor that was able to successfully. So what makes someone a great person is his ability to solve problems. Everyone that runs away from problems is a coward. I'm going to teach you a lot of things here in this short time. Please pay attention and write. They will help you for life. They have helped me a big deal. Life. Every challenge you face is an examination. And there is no promotion without an examination, sir. Do you see the reason why when some challenges come my way, I brazen up. I don't even talk to anybody. I get ready to face it because nobody will write my exam for me. Are we together? Yes. Do you know even Jesus knew that we are going to face challenges on earth. He said in the world they shall face many persecution, many problems, many troubles. But when he was praying for his disciples in John chapter 17 verse 15, is it verse 15? Yes. John 17 verse 15. What did he say? He said, take them not out of the world, but keep them. Doesn't that sound wicked? You have already said we will face trouble in the world. You now say, don't take them out of the world. Keep them there. Keep them. Keep them inside the trouble. Because what he wants his children to be built and developed. I say this in all humility. I don't know what I cannot face today in my life. Because I have faced almost everything. What is it I cannot face? Bring it on, sir. Bring it on. Is it heat? Bring it on. Is it giants? I have faced them. Is it losses? I have faced them. Is it threats? I have faced them. The bigger the trouble, the bigger the promotion. Real giants and real champions face challenges. They don't run from them. You want to be a great CEO? Get ready for a great challenge. So the kind of business where I want to be there, the kind of business, it will be the talk of the whole world. Your trouble too will be a talk of the whole world. Sorry. Some people don't like this kind of talk. You see, that is because we are lazy. We just want smooth life. That is why we run into Christianity. Because somebody lied to us that there is somebody that will pray your problems away. Anybody that prays your challenges away is not helping you. Because he is praying, he's trying to pray away your process. He's trying to pray away your process. You see, hello? Come on, hello? Can I say this now? This is the reason why many businesses fail. Listen to me now. This is the reason why many businesses fail. Look around you. Let's be practical now. Look around you. You could rarely see businesses that are more than 5 years. Think fast. You know why? Because we hate the process. Now, let me pause and say this. I don't mind if I don't finish, but this is very important. Let me tell you this. See, business is not a place for emergency money. If you want to build a business, know that you are about to build something that is going to bring transgenerational wealth. And if you must build something to bring transgenerational wealth, then you will pass through a process. Every business that will make sense, needs a minimum, sometimes more than that, it needs a minimum of 5 years to build. How many years? 5 years. A business needs a minimum of 5 years to start. But we run away because we are not ready to pass through the process. What kind of business do you want? See, even if you have all the money, you cannot build a business in less than 5 years. Okay, you had money for the office. You had money for the equipment. You had money to employ staff. Will your money make people trust your brand? Come on. Will your money automatically bring customer loyalty? Will your money make you survive curves, circles? What about the learning curves? You are going to need time to also learn in that business. You see, you will need time to learn. And there is no company, there is no business that is going to become big without passing through a big challenge. Hey, I'm a business professional. Are you getting me? Yes. And so I can tell you that no business becomes big without big challenges. I've told you before, I don't just teach business. I studied business. Yes. In the university, I studied it. Are you getting me? So when I tell you, understand that I'm not just talking as a novice or somebody that is just passionate about business. It's my field. I'm a business consultant. I teach business for money. You get that? So understand it. So 5 years. But when you start, in 1 year, 2 years, you say this thing no dey work. No, it's not that it's not working. You are passing through the process. Please, if you are a believer here, if you are a Christian here, I want to tell God's people to stop jumping into business for just today. It is time for believers to stand up and start building transgenerational businesses. Come on, everybody, are you here with me? When you want to open that provision shop, what you should be seeing is a mega supermarket that will be spread all around the world. Are you with me? You started by selling granuts on a table. Tell yourself before you start. I hate all this one. You people will start one business tomorrow, you have started another one next month. What are you looking for? Say that one know they work. How can you start a business within 1 year and you say you know they work? You are running away from process. Now, when you study the business for 1 year, you know what? You are passing through the process, learning curves. Now, when you have gotten the experience of what works and what does not work, before you know, you now jump. They say leave granuts. Granuts no they pay again. Now pepper they pay now. You now go back to another 1 year of learning about pepper. After 2 years, you say, pepper market don't finish for pepper. More jump enter tomato. You are rotating a circle. That is not good. You know what? Stay with granuts and have a vision with granuts. See this granite I'm selling. I will supply granuts to White House. I will produce granuts. Then you begin to say, I will plant granuts. I will be the major supplier of granuts in Nigeria. I will build a company of granuts. Let your vision be tailored in that direction. Set up the place. That is a business. Many Christians are not like that. We don't even know what we are doing. Our own is, we just do, pastor, pray for me. Our business, they fail. Madam, go through the process. Shut up and go through the process. I know some of you will not why in the bring this kind of thing. Just allow us move. See, it's easier. It's easier for me to tell you, if the business is not working, just come. I will lay legs on you right now and it will be over. Now lie. Now hype. I cannot pray away your process. Will I pray for you for customers to trust your brand? No. For you to build customer loyalty, you are going to need time. Time, you supply them today, you package it well, they see the way you brought yourself. Next week, you did the same thing. In 2 weeks' time, you did the same thing. I say, God, this guy, as if it's making sense. It took you 6 months, one person now trusts you. You see, the fact you sold to somebody does not mean you have done good business. It is about how many people came back to buy from you. It is called customer retention. I hope I don't want to turn this meeting to business seminar. I beg you. It is called customer retention. Are you getting me? Can I buy from you and want to buy again and want to buy again? I have customers that I have been working with. I'm telling you, I have people that have been doing business with me for the past 7 years. Straight. And you know all they are doing is telling other people how good I am. Because I am building a brand on the platform of excellence and value delivery. When you are thinking like this, you will not be thinking of eating food now. Please, the way to build transgenerational businesses is not to think of building business that you can eat food from today. Most of you here are under 40, 50. And this is your age of life. You should not be thinking of food. You should be thinking of your future. What will my children eat? I told my wife, I said, just imagine if anything happens to me. I said, no, I need to build my business in a way that my children can run it even if I'm no more around. Some of you, that shop you open now, the day headache worry you. Business don't close with that. Because you're only building what to chop. You need to repackage yourself. So, you see why I said you cannot build a business in 5 years? In less than 5 years? You cannot. Hello? Let me ask you. Why do you think when we talk about road construction now, if they say, who are the people constructing the road? Which name are you waiting to hear? Around here, what name? Thank you. In Nigeria, we want to hear Julius Berger. Isn't it? Why? They have built a branch. It's a name. How many of you know the owner of Julius Berger? But you know the branch. That's what I'm talking about. How many of you know the owner of MTN? But you know MTN. You see that? You see, it's not about just eating food today. It's about going through the process. So don't try to wave off the process. No. It's important that you be intentional. Now, I want to close with this. I might not proceed more than this. 3 ways that you delay your progress. There are things you do sometimes that you're actually trying to delay your process. You see, sometimes we are the ones that use our hand to delay ourselves. There's something I want you to do after this meeting. Make up your mind that I'm ready to pass. I'm ready to write my exam. Let someone write your exam. Tell the person, write your exam. Yes. You should write your exam. Go through the process. Stop looking for people to write your exam for you. Expo. The challenges are a process. They are a process. A lot of us are fond of escaping the process. It's not good. Number one way you try to escape the process is depending too much on people for rescue. Did you hear me? Stop looking for shortcuts through people. Stop looking for it. I learned something several years back. And it did not make much sense to me. But it makes a lot of sense after some time. Do you know what? Can I advise you? There are times that if you have financial challenges, don't ask anybody for money. Go through it. Did you hear me? You didn't hear me. Sometimes when you have financial challenges, don't go borrowing money. Go through it. If you can go through it and come out of it alone, you have passed an exam. The moment you borrow, you have postponed the process. I know this is too big for some of you now. This is the exam. I need money right now. Hi. How do I do it? You have 2 options. The closest option most times is to borrow money. Are you with me? The moment you borrow money, you know what you are doing? You are postponing the process. Life is a school. And that process actually came to teach you how to handle lack and how to raise money for yourself. When I started applying it, I shoot very far. There is a law in my house. You don't make a call. Asking for money. It's a law in my house. My wife knows. She can't call anybody, no matter the... No. We don't do that. You cannot make a call Please, can I get 100,000? No, we don't do that. We do that before, but I understood that this is a process. So right now, when we started doing that, we started growing. When we need ₦1,000,000, the school, the process is now, this is how to raise ₦1,000,000 when you need it. Rather than calling people to escape the process. Calling people is escaping. I know what I'm saying is beyond some of you. Some of you don't even understand. What is it trying to say? Yes. But when you grow, you will understand it. But you can choose to grow now and understand it. You know what we do? We sit down and ask our brain, how do we raise this 1 million? Instead of thinking of who to borrow it from, we think of how to raise it. Sometimes, and most of the times, what happens is a business idea to raise it comes. With that, we grow. The next money we'll be looking for is not going to be 1 million again. The next challenge will be 5 million. It will be 10 million. Because we have decided not to escape process. Oh, I can see I'm teaching what is beyond many of you. Am I in the wrong congregation? Yeah, sorry. But this is what you will need for your life. I said one way you delay your process is begging people for it. That is simply saying, David, I want to write my final year exam. I don't go feel write them. Come write them for me. It is illegal, right? You know, the question I do ask myself is, how will this person raise the money? Me too. I should raise the money. Do you know that there is no challenge you have that you do not have the solution to? Hear me now. Hear me now. Every problem gravitates towards her solution. And the fact that you got the problem means that you have the solution. Somebody with me? The Bible says there is no trouble that can come your way that is beyond you. God will not allow you go through a challenge that will swallow you. So if you got a challenge of that magnitude, it means that that is your strength. Tell someone that's your strength. Oh yeah, that's your strength. You are facing a challenge of 1 million. Congratulations, you are in the million level. I remember one time, I told myself this. I was crying because I had some challenges. Small money, but I was crying. I was disturbed because many people were talking. I was owing just 2.3 million. Only 2.3 million. And me, I was crying. Only 2.3 million. That was several years back. Long ago. We're not even here. I think we're not even in Port Harcourt. That was several years, more than 10 years. Far long ago. And I was like, hey, because I had a failed business. And part of the money is not my own. Okay, the money that was not my own self was 2.3. The money was more than that. But 2.3 self was not my own. And your guy started crying. And God told me, I can't forget. He said, for you to be having challenges in millions is a signal that you are in the million level. Solve it. You cannot be talking 100K with me because the money I'm looking for is not 100K. Isn't it? Meaning my hustle will now be in the million level. Are you seeing the process now? The bigger the challenge, the bigger the promotion that is coming. So I said, okay, I now have to start thinking how to raise millions. I have to think of how to raise millions. That is it. Because if you have small challenge, you see, that's why you should be angry. If the challenges you are having is 50K, 100K, it means your level is still there. Look for bigger ones. Do you know there is one wish I have for you right now? The wish I have for you is that you will grow to start looking for big challenges to solve. It's not a good prayer, Abby. If you can begin to have challenges of millions and solve them, okay, your life is moving on. People are calling you for money, and what they are asking for is 2 million, 3 million. Yeah, looks like it. They are coming up. Not 5K, 10K. You are still small. Solve all these small ones fast, so that your level will increase. And you see, it begins with your thinking. So, I said the first way is you stop your progress is running to people. Stop it. Number 2 is running from prayer house to prayer house. You are stopping your process. Because most of these times, we are trying to get a pastor to pray away our process. Just pray for me, let this thing go. Just pray. You know, Apostle Paul was there. There was a time Apostle Paul went to God. He had a challenge. He went to say, Lord, take away this infirmity. Take away this challenge from me. What did God tell him? He said, Paul, no, stay with it. My grace is sufficient for you. No. Why will I remove it? Keep it with you. Problem. He said, Apostle Paul, God said, leave the challenge. Fix it. Some of you do not know what faith is. The reason challenges come is God is intentionally keeping it for him to build your faith in him. That's why some of you, because you are so childish, you don't know what is faith. You don't know what is faith. Every little thing comes, you cry. Every little thing comes, you cry. Every little thing comes, you cry. I told someone one day, there was a time we faced a major challenge. I told my wife, she was getting frustrated because I had confessed all the scripture I know. I had spoken all the speaking I know. In fact, we had prayed all the prayer we know. And I told her, forget it. Just leave it. Our daughter was sick. 2 months old. She needed a brain surgery. Years ago. The one of 9 years. Look at her there. 9 years. Some of you think when you see some of us dress in suits and come out looking clean, driving around means we don't face anything. No, we have just built ourselves to handle it. She's 9 years now. But at 2 months, she needed a brain surgery. 250,000, I think, was the cost of the surgery. But that time, you can imagine what 250,000 is like asking us for like 10 million now. And the doctor said, even the surgery is 50-50. He said, if this surgery is done, it's either she will behave like an imbecile or she will become very intelligent. 50-50. And you know, you want to do surgery, brain surgery for a 2-month-old child, you know the chances of survival is also there. It's also 50-50. Everywhere is 50-50. And I told my wife, we will go through it. It was so bad that what was that thing? What do they call that thing? She kind of stopped breathing. She seizes. She has a seizure, right? She just freeze like that. No breathing, nothing. She's just there for some time. So of course, from that place, she can just go. No more breathing for minutes. I can't forget a sight. That sight has not left me till now. I can't forget one day. I was preaching like this, and I was preaching on faith. And I looked at my 2-month-old daughter in the hands of her mother sitting, and she ceased. And I was telling people to have faith and trust God. And my daughter had gone. And I was still encouraging people. And the mother was looking at me where she was seated. Some of you will not even preach for that day. Even Umar lost all his children in one day. All. And went ahead to preach. On his way to go and preach, an accident swallowed all his children. He heard about it and continued preaching. This is faith at work. Life is looking at you in the midst of that challenge. The way you handle it is what will determine whether you should be promoted or not. Please, see, I pray you believe it. I pray you understand it, but this is how life works. Every challenge is a test. And you know what? Life, heaven, hell, earth, Satan, everybody are watching. If you handle it wrongly, you have a carryover. Are you with me? You have a carryover. You can still be working as if everything is normal, but in the school of life, you are carrying over your course. When you just see, that's why you find out that sometimes immediately after a challenge, you just find out something new has started. You pass that one, you pass the test. Don't fail your next test. Are you hearing me? Don't fail it. I stayed there. I stayed there. My daughter was gone. And there was one man of God that was coming to town, an old man. And my wife told me, said, this thing, I'm tired. Let us go and meet Baba to pray for Empress. And I told her, I said, you know what? Don't take her anywhere. Of course, I was one of those welcoming the man of God. So seeing him is not going to be a problem. But I said, no, we have prayed for her. We believe she is well. Nobody should pray for her again. Because the Bible says when you pray, believe that you have received. I said, leave her. Don't worry, leave her. She will be fine. And it continued like that. Fast forward. Later we started wondering, 1 year, 3 months, right? Yeah, 1 year, 3 months. Continued like for 1 year, 3 months. She didn't die. Nothing happened for 1 year, 3 months. That's when we now noticed that she has stopped. Everything has stopped and she's back to normal and she became super intelligent. Her brain is like magnets now. Oh, if we had panicked and run, they should go and tear her brain. You see, you must understand that, no, do you know what it means to be a pastor for 1 year, 3 months? You have a sick child with you. Who is seizing all the time. So a few small thing that happens, and where is your God? Let people not laugh at me and say, oh, where is your God? Challenges is a stepping stone to promotion. And finally, the third way you can stop your progress or your process is by the wrong confession. What did I call it? Yes. Stop worrying and complaining. Sorry, not the wrong confession. Worrying and complaining. It's still the same thing. Worrying and complaining. Matthew chapter 12 verse 37 says, for by your words you will be justified, and by your words you will be condemned. So it's judgment. Matthew 12 verse 37. So that means in the midst of the challenge, no, by this scripture you can see on the screen right now, it means that when that challenge is coming, you are on a judgment, isn't it? Justice and condemnation. Is it not in court they do it? So that means it's a test too. But it will be by your words. In the midst of that challenge, what are you going to say? You see why I say you should be speaking the right things. In the midst of that challenge, what are you going to be confessing? What will be your confession, sir? My own don't finish. I am dead. In fact, I'm tired of all these things. In fact, I don't even know why nothing is working. In fact, I'm shutting down this place now. In fact, this business. In fact, why? I know my family problem is too much. Hey, my father's house is still following me. Why can't my own problem ever be solved? Sir, you are going through a process. You are going through a process. And that is why you should surround yourself with people that can encourage you, not people that will make you feel that's the end of your life. Come on, are you getting me? We go through things. But the things we go through is for progress. It's not a problem. Oh, I remember several years back. Several years back, I and my wife were reminiscing or remembering last week. Someone visited us. One of our members we've had before in the past traveled down and visited us. And when she came, and my farm was in my house then, I had birds. And she came in to town and she greeted, mommy, baba, and greeted us and looked at everything. And then as she was there, she observed and she saw I had a mass death in my farm, my birds. Layers, right? Many of my layers died. And she looked at, she now called my wife for a meeting. I said, Mama, you see, I know Papa doesn't believe in some of these things. He doesn't really believe in some of these things. But sometimes we say some of these things are not ordinary. We need to begin to, there are some kind of prayers like that you need to start doing. There is no prayer that cancels a process on that. They will only be keeping you in a circle. Oh, look at me today. Look what the Lord has done. See what the Lord has done. What we waiting for has come to pass. See what the Lord has done. It's a process. If I did not go through all that, I will not be a good consultant. And you want me to pray away the process? No. Tell someone, don't pray away your process. Some people don't want that kind of talk. Tell them, even if they don't want to hear, tell them, don't pray away your process. Rather, in the process, there are three things you do. In the process, there are three things you do. You stay with God. Are you getting me? Stay with God. Process is a journey. Trust. Trust God in the midst of the fire. Don't go through the fire alone. Make sure the fourth man is there with you. Come on, are you with me? Stay with God. 3 S. Stay informed, stay strategic, and stay with God. Did you hear that? Come on, did you hear that? 3 S, I said. 1 is stay aware. Process is a classroom. Learn. Yes. That's why you should take note in the midst of the process. What did I learn from this challenge? It's a process. Stay informed. Learn. Find out. Do your research. What is happening? What am I doing wrongly? Get information. Learn through that process. Don't just wave off the process. Don't wave off the process. Some of you miss the lesson. You miss the purpose of the process. And guess what? The moment you are finished learning from the process, it goes. Oh, I have a lot of experience in this. I know what I'm telling you. The moment you are finished getting the lesson, it goes. And you find out you are in a new. Some of you are still where you are because you have not finished learning. Instead of sitting down, accepting that this is a process, what are the lessons? You are running everywhere. That's why some of you are in debt upon debt upon debt upon debt. You are borrowing in order to run away from the process. Only you have collected from Lapo, you have collected from this, every microfinance, condo bank, you are owing all. Running away from process. Calm down. The stress you use to be borrowing money. You know the energy some of you use to go and get guarantor and go and sign papers everywhere trying to borrow 50,000. You can do one business that will give you the same 50,000. Use the same hedge. Why roaming everywhere looking for help when you can actually come up with an idea that will help you? Some of you use 1 month chasing somebody to borrow you small money. And that 1 month is enough for you to go and carry blocks somewhere and raise that same money. Or maybe to maintain steeds. Don't run away from the process. I said, stay informed, learn. Stay strategic. Process is a workshop, build. Think, and you'll be expanded. Stay strategic. Don't forget, I said, process is a school, learn. Now I said, process is a workshop, build. See that moment is a moment of strategies. That's why I said be thinking, use your head, think. What do I do? What can I do? If you should meet people, it should be to harmonize your ideas. Come on, are you with me? Think. God gave you a head with solution. I built most of my businesses today by God's grace because of challenges. I still remember we were in a very terrible situation. Very terrible situation. Very terrible. Then, when I woke up one morning, I thought throughout the day, and in the evening, I just hit my wife and said, I got it. I said, what is it? I said, I've gotten an idea. I have an idea. And she saw me on the computer, typing. I said, what is it? I said, just wait. When I finish, I'll tell you. And then I told her, I said, I have an idea. Emhatech. That's how I bet Emhatech as a company. And Emhatech gives me good money today, but it was betted out of trouble. Emhatech. Where was Emhatech betted? In trouble. If I had not gone through that challenge, brain will not come to start a company called Emhatech. Oh, thanks to the trouble. I could have been foolish to pray the challenge away. But no, I thought in the midst of it. Am I talking to someone here? Be strategic in your challenge. God wants to bet something new. Honda was born because of hunger. Honda car. It was born out of hunger. You know Honda Corporation? The man and his wife, hunger hit them. Hunger hit the man and his wife in their backyard. The wife and the husband, they sat down. And they said, at least I think you can do. Let us look for her to start producing something. He went into the streets, went to start picking pieces. It was after a war. That's when America bombed Hiroshima. The Hiroshima bomb. Pick pieces of the bombs. Gathered it. The wife, I have some jewelry here. They sold everything. Sold everything they have. Let us start producing something. Fast forward. That's how they started producing Honda cars. After many processes, don't think it just happened automatically. They went to Toyota. Toyota said, I beg you, we should go away. You don't have anything to offer. Honda went to Toyota first. Produced, they produced a carburetor. No, not carburetor. They produced a part and took to Toyota to buy. Piston, right? Or something. And they said, no, this is not good enough. But it's good in Honda today. But it was born out of hunger. Kentucky Fried Chicken was born out of frustration. A man at 65 thought his life is over. Wanted to commit suicide. He had retired from the army, but with a passion for cooking. And he said, what have I lived my life for? Nothing. And someone said, hey, but you can cook. He said, but see my age. See, age is not a barrier. In the midst of the depression, the frustration, and everything, he started cooking and supplying people. Today they are everywhere. Billions of dollars. But you, when you have problem, instead of thinking, what is the lesson? See, every problem was born in a hard time. Sorry, every company was given birth to in a hard time. Because our head most times don't think when everything is okay. That is why God allows us to go through something so that our head will work. Do I have a witness to that? Our head don't work when we are fine. So don't miss the lesson when the challenges are coming. Don't miss it. Sometimes it's a company that is about being built. But the moment you put complaining and worry, you miss it. I don't complain. When the challenges come, the next thing I say, wow, as if something new is about to be born. For God to be bringing challenge now. When you see, that's why it's good to fast sometimes. When you are fasting, sometimes you are thinking very fast. Oh, thank God for hunger. Else, maybe I'll still be living from hand to mouth today. Am I talking to someone here? Do not wave off the challenge. Most of the challenges is a voice telling you something new, something new, something new. Open your ear and listen to it. Jump to your feet. God bless you.